Hello everyone, this is Captain Alexander back again and do a collection video, which I haven't done a collection video in about 3 years since 2017. And since I've been in this pandemic and I'm still taking a break for doing pickups and all that stuff until like late July or August or so. Pickups will be starting back up again, buying games again, and adding stuff to the collection and all that until like July and August or so. So with that being said, for the time being, I'll be showing off my game collection videos again. So the first one to start off with is the N64 Collection. Let's start with the digital stuff first, and then move on to the physical game. So anyway, without further ado, let's get it started. First up, we got I have the N64 game digitally on my Wii Virtual Console. I had it in like years. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started. First off, we got the Super Smash Brothers, the first one that started the series. I had that since like 2012, and I have the physical cartridge as well. I have Mario Kart 64. I have the physical cartridge as well. Zelda Ocarina of Time. I have this digitally, and the one I beat on the GameCube of the collector edition on the GameCube, which I never beat Zelda Ocarina of Time as a kid, but being now an adult like years ago, it's a great game. What more can you say about Zelda Ocarina of Time? And then we have Paper Mario over here, which the cartridge goes for like $50 online, which I'm not gonna pay $50 for like a cartridge game, but I'm so glad I have it digitally over here, so I can play it anytime I want to. And I don't have to pay like full money for like a cartridge of it. I remember I beat this game as a kid years ago, but I died in the last chapter. So I cannot wait to replay and relive those memories again of the first Paper Mario. Then we have Yoshi's Story, which I beat of this year, which I never beat. I've played a little bit of Yoshi's Story as a kid, but not beating it whole as a kid. So as soon as I beat this year, this will add it up to my list of games I beat in 2020 video at the end of the year. So stay tuned for that. And then Mario Party 2, which is one of my favorite Mario parties of all time. This is way before I have the physical card. Way before I have the physical cartridge of this game, which is one of my favorite Mario parties of all time. So Mario Party 2 is my favorite Mario of all time. Remember, this is my favorite Mario Party as a kid, and my favorite Mario Party of all time. And then lastly, what more can you say? Super Mario 64. Like everybody has their own in the 64. You gotta have this game, and I had to own a physical cartridge as well. I beat it in this version right here, and never beat the physical cartridge copy because I beat the digital version of this game. So anyway, that's it for the digital games on my Wii Virtual Console. But now let's move on to the physical collection. Like I have the games like have some of these games as a kid, and have games that have so many years as a kid. So anyway, let's start off with the physical collection. First up, we got Banjo Kazooie, which is a really great game. I remember being this as a kid in the last boss, and I really love it. I cannot wait to replay it again because I haven't played it in so many years. So yeah, I can't wait to finally relive and bring back some memories to beat it back again. So Banjo Kazooie N64, great game. I prefer that original over the Xbox Live Arcade version. Next up, we have Castlevania 64. I remember playing this game as a kid in this 3D Castlevania. It was horrible. It was horrible as horseshit, but yeah, it was horrible horseshit. But I remember playing it as a kid. Even playing it now is like horseshit because it's 3D. It's like a 3D Castlevania. It didn't work out on the N64, but like because I just bought it for like I've been playing since like 7 or 8, but I just bought it back to bring some memories. But even this game is like horseshit. I just brought it back to bring back those old memories. So Castlevania N64, 4, bring back memories as a kid. this Castlevania game is horseshit. And then finally pick up a guy from last year, a guy for like $75. That is Conquer Bad Fur Day. Bring back so many memories as a kid playing it on the N64, renting it as a kid, even though it was a rated M game and all that stuff. Have so much memories playing with this game. A lot of cursing, sex, everything about this game. One more you can say about Conquer Bad Fur Day. I prefer this over Live Reloaded on the Xbox because Live Reloaded, they edit so much crap, of this version. So I prefer this one over the uncut version, which is Live Reloaded. So Conquer Bad Fur Day. If you see like a good copy of the price of the game at a decent price without paying high prices, pick this game up. It's a really great game. And next up, we have two arcade classic games on the N64. That is Cruisin USA and Cruisin World. Some of my favorite arcade, so much memory playing these arcades as a kid, and it's so much fun on the N64. And one more can you say about this game? It started all in like first-person shooters and all that before like Call of Duty, Halo, and all that. That is Goldeneye 007. This is one of the favorite first-person shooter games on the N64. I still play it to this day. I loved it as a kid, and I play it to this day. So even if I felt like first-person shooters and all that, and want to start off with the first-person scene, play GoldenEye 007. It's a really fun game. Even multiplayer too. And next up is Fighter Destiny. I used to own it. I had this as a kid, and like playing it now, it's really hard. Even the specials too. But yeah, Fighter Destiny is a really decent fight game, but hard though. Next up, we have FZero X. This is one of my favorite FZero games out of the FZero console series. This first, GX second, and third is the first one. So, because this one right here has heavy metal in it. Heavy freaking metal. So, this is one of my favorite out of the FZero series. So, FZero X, really great FZero game. Next up, we have Diddy Kong Racing, a really great racing game. I never grew up with this one much as a kid. I grew up with Mario Kart 64 more than this one, but this one's a really good racing game too. You could ride, instead of like riding on the of the kart, you can ride on planes, race on planes, and all the other stuff. So yeah, Diddy Kong Racing is a really good game. Game next to Mario Kart 64. It's an awesome racing game. Next up, we have Donkey Kong 64, which is like a great Donkey Kong game in 3D. I remember playing this a lot, playing the multiplayer as a kid, and not much of the story mode as a kid. So I cannot wait to dive into the story more, a lot more. So Donkey Kong 64, great game. And one more you can just say about it. Like I said in my digital Wii Virtual Console collection that I showed off earlier. One more can be said. Mario Kart 64. Everybody knows about Mario Kart 64. It's a classic. Everybody's never played this in their childhood when they have the N64 and all that. There's nothing much we can say. And I have the physical cartridge of it, and the digital version of it. So nothing to say more about that. And next up, we have the first Mario Party. This is my childhood copy of Mario Party 1 as a kid. So this was like 13, 14. This is still great Mario Party in the series. Like even your hand like burning off, like swirling around with some mini games and all that. It pains you to your ass and all that. But the first Mario Party and all that, this is my childhood copy right here, teenage copy right here, 13, 14. Still great Mario Party game. The first off the start of the series with your friends and all that. You remember friendships and all that to start of the series. Really great game to play. Highly recommend it. And one more can be said about this one. As I said, show off the digital collection of N64 digital collection of it. That is Mario Party 2. Like I said, my favorite Mario Party as a kid. and it's still due to this day, and nothing more can be said about that. And when I first bought this, it was like in the cribble edition, and I went on eBay and replaced that horrible label to this new label right here. So and make it authentic and new. So yeah, so Mario Party 2, like I said, Mario Party 2 is my favorite Mario Party and my favorite Mario Party as a kid. So many hours, my friends and family and all that. So yeah, Mario Party 2, my favorite Mario all time as a kid. Nothing more can be said. Next up, we have Mario Tennis. This is my childhood copy as well. This is like 13, 14, 15. This is a really great tennis game. Great Mario Tennis game. I remember playing this at McDonald's a lot for this game as a kid. So, really great tennis game. I like this one. The GameCube version is good. The Wii U version was terrible. And the Switch one, Mario Aces, was really great. So, yeah, Mario Tennis on the N64. Really fun game. We had like drinking, have it with your buddies, drinking contests, and all that for this game. So, really great game. Next up, we have Mickey Speedway USA, which I played a lot in the McDonald's Play Place when they have the N64 and GameCube games and all that. This is like the Mario Kart version of it. Mario Kart in the Disney version of this game. So I remember I have so much nostalgia playing with the game and all that. So basically, I Mario Kart in the Disney version of it. So it's still really great racing game. If you're a fan of Disney and all racing in general. So Mickey Speedway USA is a really great game. Mortal Kombat 4, my favorite. I used to play this arcade back in the day at my friend's house and playing arcades and the pizza place and all that. And this is a really great version of it. I prefer this because this is like the arcade like of it version. I prefer this version over the PS1 version because the PS1 have cutscenes and this one's like the arcade feel to it. So yeah, Mortal Kombat 4, awesome game in the Mortal Kombat series. We got Namco Museum 64. It used to be like a $20 game back in the day, but now it's not go as much. I remember playing it as a kid at the daycare places and all that. Everybody knows about Namco Museum. You got Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, Galenian, Pole Position, and Dig Dug in this compilation. So Namco Museum 64 is an awesome compilation. Next up, we got NFL Blitz 2000. I remember playing this a lot as a kid. Like, even though I wasn't a big fan of like football games like Madden and all that other stuff, but yeah, but NFL Blitz 2000 playing arcades as a kid, love it. I still play this to this day, and I love the NFL Blitz games and all that. So yeah, we'll be doing a Kempton plays of this very soon. So be on the lookout for that. Next to Goldeneye, and that is the second first person shooter next to Goldeneye, and that game I'm talking about, that is Perfect Dark on the N64. I remember have this as a kid, like 13, 14, 15, and like this is like, in my opinion, this is way superior over Goldeneye, and I prefer this over the Xbox Live version of it because this one for me brought back so much nostalgia because of this version right here. So yeah, if you're a fan like first person shooters like GoldenEye, if you want something better than GoldenEye, I highly recommend playing Perfect Dark. It's a really great first person shooter. Next up, we got Pokemon Stadium. This is my childhood copy as a really young kid, like six or seven. And like, it's a really great game. Really great game. You could transfer your Pokemon from your red, blue, and yellow on your N64 play in 3D. You could do like Dream Leaders and all that, and have mini games are fun in this game too. So yeah. So Pokemon Stadium and N64, awesome game. And this is my childhood copy right here. So yeah, there's that. And there, next up we have Star Wars War Squadron. I had this as a kid, like many years ago. It's still a fun Star Wars game. Like, you can play with the X-wing, Y-wing, and so many Star Wars airplanes and all that, do missions and all that. This is a really fun Star Wars game. If you're a fan of Star Wars and all that. Even though I'm not a big fan of the new Star Wars movies and new games and all that, it's still a really great Star Wars game in my opinion. So Star Wars War Squadron on the N64, really great Star Wars game. Even a fan of Star Wars. Next up, we have South Park. It's classic game. I remember playing this a lot in my aunt's house as a kid. Really love it. I love the missions, like throwing snowballs, throwing turkeys stacking on you, throwing snowballs, and funny missions and all that. If you like the TV show as a kid, TV show from your childhood and all that, you really love this game too. So South Park on the N64, this is a classic right here. One more can be said about Super Mario 64, as I said it in the Wii Virtual Console Digital Collection off the Wii Virtual Console Collection of it, Super Mario 64. The reason I have the physical copy of it, it says like R.I.P. Eddie right here, is because this is my first game I played with my N64 with my uncle. I mean, I remember he was having this game, and I was playing it so many hours. Playing it as a kid, so that's why I have my uncle's name in my head and have the physical copy of it because of him. So yeah, so this is the one that I treasure with forever, and it brings back a lot of memories for me playing it. And this is my first game I played on the N64. So yeah, one more can be Super Mario 64. Everybody knows it. Nothing more can be said. Next up, we have Super Smash Brothers, which started the series, which, like I said, I show off the Wii Virtual Console Collection. I have the physical copy of it. It's the first one I started the series. Great game. Star Fox 64, one of the best Star Fox games in my opinion. The first Star Fox was started on in the series. This one's great too. Adventure Assault was alright, and Star Fox Zero and Gar was terrible. But this is the best Star Fox game in my opinion. I put play it so much as a kid. I have the 3DS version right here, 3DS version in my collection too. I beat this version too, and the 3DS version so many times. It's the greatest Star Fox game ever. So it's Star Fox 64. If you're a fan of Star Fox games and all that, I highly recommend Star Fox 64. It's a really awesome game. So many hours into the hours to that version and the 3DS that version as a kid and the 3DS version. So, and then next up, this game had so many years. For so many years as a kid, I still have this childhood copy to this day. That is the first Tony Hawk Pro Skater on the N64, and I cannot wait to the remastered version of 1 and 2 release this year, and it has so many memories of it. I still have the levels and my skater. I still have my stats of my skater, which is Kareem Campbell, which is the black skater, which I still have in my copy as a kid. And yeah, it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. It's a classic, really great game in the Tony Hawk series. And then WCW Mayhem, which is my first wrestling game I played, and not the best. Like back then, it was a great wrestling game, but playing it now is not the best wrestling game in the world. But I just have it just all the memories. So WCW Mayhem, not the greatest wrestling game, but I highly recommend if you're like an old school wrestling fan. And then lastly, the last game from my childhood that I had, I still cannot beat it to the game, is my least favorite Zelda of all time. That is Zelda Majora's Mask, which I used to have the hollow graphic version of this game as a kid, but lost it over years. But I got this one since I was like 15, and yeah, this is my least favorite Zelda. It is like the darkest Zelda in all time. I still cannot beat it because of all the time and all that other stuff. But overall, Zelda Majora's Mask, really great game, but not my favorite Zeldas though. So yeah, there's that. And that is it, you guys, for the Nintendo 64 collection as of this year of 2020. We'll be doing more collection figures for other systems. What is your favorite memories of the N64? Tell me in the comments below. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. If you want to follow me up on our follow me up for more upcoming videos. Check out my Facebook fan page at facebook.com/tsgamer7. And I'll see y'all next time with another video. Thank you very much, and goodbye.